tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate, I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands, no man, man, oh deal with the hands, thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans, I do what I want, they do what they can, got it on smash, put on the gas, I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. You call us up making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. It's Rodgers. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second and 9, Luck got it complete to Rodgers. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. Now Rodgers, and an alley to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On the ground, Rodgers. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the 38, Luck. And his throw's going to be incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's third down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
Spike 56. Tackles.
On first down, it's Taylor. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
56. Come on. You better bring it. Check.
6-6. Pull it high.
56 to Mike.
On the ball. Ready.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Taylor. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Taylor. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Eason. And now finally he'll be forced to go down, just protecting the football, hitting the turf. It's a sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
61. Matchbox light.
They'll run on first down. Rodgers. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Luck on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Get it.
To throw on 2nd down. Eason, open man is Hill. He's got it. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, Indianapolis! Tyreek Hill hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Luck toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Luck. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
On 1st down, Taylor takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Get off the field.
Protein spill.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Big grip.
2nd and 6. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got it with the 15. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point safely through. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right?
And that's It's caught inside the 30. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on,
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Check 26, check 26. Alert flag, alert.
Bristol, travel. Ready.
On 2nd down. It's Taylor, and he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 82 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. The extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Luck now to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Rodgers. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 39, Luck. Rodgers brings it in. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 28.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. It'll be a loss of a yard, and now it's 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
Here we go. 8, read.
Whip.
Hey, Zoo.
They run with Taylor. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check. Lucky.
Pilot, 64, weak.
From the gun, Eason. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. It got his man complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point up and through. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Ooh, with a juke. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
Push him back. Push him back. Sponge. No. Shit.
On 1st down, it's Rodgers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, here's Love. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run it here. This is Rodgers. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On second down now, it's Rodgers. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Let's go,
on third down, it's Rodgers, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
This is caught inside the 15. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football.
Let's go, baby.
Ready, set.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here. Second and 3.
He's not going to get me.
Second and 3. He's got a man. Complete. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far, it's working for both of them. And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Down. 50. Plant.
56. Come on, baby.
Hey, exit.
That's what you got. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Ready?
Looking to throw on second down. Eason, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. In for the score. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 24, Luck, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Linebacker Darius Leonard applied the heat. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
It's just me and you.
Back to throw, Luck. He completes this one to Mack. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one. I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Let's go, tight end.
To throw on second down. Eason, and going deep for Hill. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down.
45.
Hey, orbit.
Not today.
Operating from the gun, Eason. He is going to find Hill here. And they work this out past the 25. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
Ready?
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 49-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? In this case, they've managed to get it done.
And going deep for Hill. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
From the 27, Luck. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now Luck. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the deep...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Eason. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone?
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 30. 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Set.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. 2nd down and inches. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Recon, 132 fighter.
Lux 56. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Hit it.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Eason. And this is caught at the 8. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. The give to Taylor. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Let's go. 10-2 stop.
Lux 56. Man out, man out, man out, man out. Deuce, 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 deuce.
Operating from the gun. Eason escaping the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here? And, well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Let's go. Do it.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Slam, slam, slam. 6-6, pull it high. Go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing on first down. Eason, and going deep for Hill, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but it's going to be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
61, matchbox lights.
Back. Hey, switch gears. Watch the edge.
Shoot.
Now a give, right side. Taylor, and he'll get it down here to the 43.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Colts on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
General West. Snap.
Back to throw. Eason. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Well, this is something we have seen before. Those super long-distance field goal attempts, you worry about trajectory of the ball because they've got to kick it so far they don't necessarily pop it up in the air real fast. And then you got to worry about your offensive line trying to get those hands down and out of the air so they do have an attempt to block it.
Yeah, and tough to tell, but you just know from this distance over 60 yards, it's going at a low angle.
It has to start off just so it has the distance to get there. But the harder job, I think, is for the guys trying to protect because ordinarily you just protect and don't worry about it. But here you know it's going to be a lower trajectory kick. How do you get those hands out of those lanes and get them down?
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone or...
Better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
First down, Jacksonville.
Check out. 622. 53. Come on, team.
Right back to him on first down. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And got his man complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 12-yard line.
70, Indy. Target.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jaguars, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.